Hi, good morning, Mike. Well, I am out here on the patio with Dave Stahl, and we're talking about fancy cars that end up costing lots of money. But the best thing about these cars out here that I can see just with my eyes in the exterior, how beautiful the paint jobs are. Shiny as can be. It looks like it's like liquid right now. It's just gorgeous. So tell us a little bit about what we're doing out here.
Well, here's the fun part. We've got Bob with us. How you doing, sir?
Thank you. Very, very good.
How old's that paint job?
That is about 19 years old.
19 years old. Now, it's 19 years old and it looks that way for a reason. And why don't you kind of explain to the folks the difference between going in and getting a cheapy paint job or really making an investment in your car?
Well, the difference between a complete paint job where you take your car down to a production shop and have it painted and a restoration is the restoration, the car comes completely apart, completely down to bare metal, and then the work is done from there on up.
Right, and that's where all the money is. So if you had an old, like me, I've got a little old MR2 that needs a paint job, I can't go to Bob because he honestly can't, do it properly, for the amount of money that I'm willing to pay. So what you've got, and this is more education, we've also got the issues with water-based paint. Tell people for just a normal car, just material, not labor, just the paint, the clear coat, the tape, what are we looking at for a normal car?
Painting a restored vehicle where you're painting the undersides, the hood, the deck lid, all the jambs, the dash, garnish moldings, the paint material alone is going to be about $2,500.
So if you're buying paint material for $25, now who's going to paint it and then where's the labor? So is there an alternative? Really? There isn't. You can go to these little production shops and pay $500, $600, but you're only going to get a year and a half out of it, and then you're going to go back and have to do it again, and it's going to be worse then than it was when you started.
Yes, and
you got to sand it all down and the whole 9 yards.
And that's where, when you go to a production shop and you look at how the vehicles they have just done look, if you're willing to accept that for your own, then that's fine.
Right, and that's what you have here.
Yeah, to have one of these painted, there's no choice.
How old's the paint job on that truck he's looking at right now? How old's that paint job on that hot rod?
4 years.
4-year-old paint.
Wow.
See? And that's really what you're looking at. But the problem is you have to look a little deeper than what we're looking at, because we're looking at them and they're absolutely gorgeous. But to really see why it costs what it costs is you got to get up really close and personal. I should have brought my car. That would have been a good example, because I went to one of the little cheapy places and now the paint's all peeling off of mine, but
Well, it's overcast right now and they're still sparkling and shining like crazy.
I know.
When the sun comes up, they're going to be beaming. I need sunglasses to wear.
And these are investments. This car right here, the black one he's looking at, the GTO, new, that was what, $2,800, $2,900?
Right.
Okay, with that paint job right now, you're probably looking at a $20,000, $30,000 car.
Look at Kevin there, can see his own reflection.
Oh yeah, look at that. Kevin, you need to shave.
Well, very cool.
Oh, look, he's waving at himself.
Also, we're talking about costs, and costs are big, money pit for these. So what can people do to just try to save money? Obviously, you just mentioned a couple things, but it seems like to get something this nice, it's going to cost a lot of money.
Right. In restoration, the one thing the customer can do, and a lot of them that have the tools, can detrim the vehicles themselves.
That means take all the molding off,
bumpers,
take the door handles, the bumpers, the glass. You're going to make them take the glass out?
Yeah, absolutely, because you have rubber all around your glass.
Well, you'll be buying a windshield if you take it out yourself, guaranteed. But this is SoCal Paint, and these guys are over in
beautiful
Santee.
And I tell you, they do all the high-end custom stuff here in town. But, I was just glad to bring him in because we've been having this discussion, and he says, well, let's just come in and talk about it. And that's what we
thank you so much,
Dave
Stahl.
And thanks for coming out. You can come out anytime.
Fun. I wish we could rev up all the engines and make it all loud out here.
I know, you want to rev these motors up.
Well, coming up in just a few minutes, stay with us. We're talking a little bit about the weather. It is overcast and giving you a look at your traffic report. You're watching Good Morning San Diego.
She makes the Indy